female agent pretends not to know how to use a gun. She deliberately misses the shots in front of her husband. The man was amused by this. He then picks up the gun to show his wife how to shoot. After 3 consecutive accurate hits, the man instantly becomes smug. Little does he know his wife's face has darkened. She immediately picks up the gun without a word, aims at the target and empties the magazine. All 8 bullets hit the bullseye. The man is completely stunned. Yet at this moment, he remains completely unaware that his wife is also a top agent like himself, but they work for rival organizations. Completely oblivious to this fact, the couple has lived a sweet life for 6 years, but inevitably, the unexpected happens. That day, they both received the same secret mission, and their bosses gave strict orders. They must stop any member from the opposing organization. Soon Lucy sets up an ambush with her equipment. She laid traps along the target's expected route, just waiting for the target to enter the zone to capture them. However, just when Lucy thought everything was foolproof, a mountain bike suddenly appears in her view. Lucy quickly grabs her binoculars to check. Unexpectedly, after some serpentine movements, the rider knocked down the trap sensor switch. All devices instantly begin counting down. Seeing that the convoy hasn't yet entered the range, Lucy decisively cuts off all circuits. She thought the person was just a regular passerby, but in the next second, they pull out a special weapon. She immediately realizes this is an agent from the rival organization. So without hesitation, she grabs a sniper rifle and launches an attack directly at the opponent. Fortunately, David was wearing protective gear and wasn't hurt. He immediately draws his weapon to counterattack, launching an attack at Lucy on the hillside. Although Lucy reacts quickly and successfully escapes, neither of them was able to complete their mission. David feels the silhouette looks familiar, so after returning, he finds a technician and retrieves an IP address from Lucy's computer left at the scene. However, when he arrives at the address, he sees his wife's name on the company nameplate. This sight leaves David completely stunned, so to verify his suspicions, he decides to test his wife at the dinner table. The wife handed her husband a glass of wine. The moment she turned away, the husband quickly poured the wine into a flower pot, suspecting that she had poisoned it. At this point, Peter and Julie were still testing each other, both needing definitive evidence to prove the other was the assassin. Julie brought a steak to the table. Peter stepped forward to help cut the meat, but his real intention was to gain control of the knife. However, he didn't expect Julie to have another knife tucked at her waist. The two sat down to chat, but their gazes, once warm and tender, had now become sharp and piercing. Peter picked up the wine bottle to pour Julie a drink. To finalize his test, he deliberately loosened his grip on the bottle. Both of them then found excuses to leave, each moving to confirm the other's identity, and quickly springing into action. While Peter went to his room to retrieve his gun, Julie chose to drive away. Peter couldn't catch up with her. The next day, Julie returned with her team to raid the house. They discovered Peter's secret base and confiscated all his weapons. Enraged, Peter infiltrated Julie's company, but to his surprise, it was completely empty. No one was there. He couldn't bring himself to shoot Julie, only watching helplessly as she walked away. Later, Peter found Julie's location from improperly destroyed documents. The two met in an elevator and began talking, but the conversation quickly turned sour. Julie's team, interpreting the couple's argument as evidence of a complete fallout between them, decided to act. They detonated the bomb planted in the elevator.